Good morning, Tuesday morning. It's week 9 of the Zwift Build Me Up plan. I've got an hour session to do today, and also hill repeats with Mrs C when she comes in. Being Tuesday, we do hill repeats. You're starting to get the sense of this training lark is quite monotonous. We do the same things pretty much week in, week out, and that's fine because it's the consistency that's key. So yeah, that's going to be today's plan, although I'm in two minds of whether to do a ride today, because after 2 long rides already, Sunday and Monday, my legs are feeling a bit jaded, shall we say, today. But yeah, so with it being so nice, I've recently dug a pond out, so I'm going to go and pick up some liner today and get in the garden probably and do put that down. So that's going to be the plan, and whether I get a bike in today or not, it's not a big deal. I'll just go on feeling and how I'm feeling. Didn't have a great sleep last night. Betty was up at 4 o'clock in the morning wanting to go out, so that didn't really help, to be fair, and my sleep score was in its 50s. I do a sleep score every morning through the Garmin watch. It tracks my sleep pattern. Those of you who've got Garmin watches, you'll probably know what I'm talking about, and for those of you who haven't, it just gives you a score, and I guess it's out of 100 every morning to see where you are. And to be fair, I'm normally up in the 80s, but last night I think it was about 59. It's something I do look at every morning, but it's not something I worry about. I usually get really good sleep, usually get at least 8 hours sleep, and it's pretty solid. Sometimes wake up in the night having to go to the loo, but you know, generally I don't suffer sleep. It's important, and I think on that I'm going to do a 5 benefits of good sleep. I haven't done a 5 benefits for a while, so I'll get one of those made. So yeah, today that's the plan. Like I said, absolutely glorious plan. And I've got a podcast to finish editing as well today. Gemma Berry from Australia, fascinating lady. She's been through the mill a bit with just general life stuff. She herself wasn't very well. She had this disease that put her out for a considerable amount of time, and as anybody knows who's into triathlon or multisport in general, being out can be really frustrating, and in her case she couldn't do anything for quite a period of time. You've heard me say previously, as I've been injured for quite a long time myself, at least you can usually do other stuff with that, swimming or biking if it's a leg injury, but if it's something that stops you completely, that really must mess with your mind. So that was an interesting chat. Really lovely lady. We managed to coordinate it all the way between Australia and England. So listen for that one. That's coming out on Wednesday. And then I recorded another one yesterday with a Welsh guy who is actually living over in Australia at the moment. But he's only out there having a good time, and that was Dan Evans, so that'll be coming up in a fortnight. So a really couple of good podcasts to look forward to. So if you haven't listened to any, please do have a look on the YouTube channel or whatever platform you listen to podcasts or stream, and find our channel, AMP GB, the Age Group Multisport Podcast. So right, I'm going to finish my coffee, and then I'm going to go and buy the pond liner, and we'll get on with the day. Oh, the other thing I've done is I've made some sourdough this morning, so that's proving on its first prove, so looking forward to that. But unfortunately we've got no soup, because there was enough soup for Mrs C to take to work today. I didn't bother making any yesterday, so I'll have to think of something else for lunch. So, hope you're getting some sunshine where you are, and you're enjoying the weather. It'll be determined whether I get on the bike or not later on. So if I do, I shall see you on the other side on Zwift, and if not, I'll see you on the other side when we're doing the hill repeats. Right, take care. Cheers. Good afternoon. We have decided to jump on Zwift before we do our hill repeats. So we've got an hour before Mrs. C comes in. So I thought I'd make a little bit of a brick session of it. So the hill repeats will be very, very steady, which is fine because the percentage going up is quite steep anyway. So so we're doing an hour's session, and I shall put the workout in this video. But basically it's an hour. It's called a Melevin, don't know why, as usual. We've got a 10-minute warm-up, and then we're into our 3 primers, and then it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sessions at 170 watts, and the first one starts at 15 minutes long, and then they reduce each time. And after the first one's 15 minutes long, so after that there's a 1 minute at 215 watts, and then you go into the next one, and then there's a higher wattage after each 170 watts, if that makes sense, and then 5-minute cool down. So quite straightforward this time, and hopefully we won't tire or knacker our legs out too much and get the hill repeats done. So onto the warm-up. We shall see you on the other side. So that's that over. Hour done. Just cooling down now. Wait for Mr. C to come in, then we'll go and do the brick run. That was tough. Didn't hit all the cadence as usual, just too high. But got it done. Another one ticked off. 2 more to do this week. Another hour-long one, and then an hour and a half, I think it is. So yeah, good. Right, gonna jump off the turbo, bit of a stretch, and then Mrs. C should be in, and we'll go and get our hill repeats done. See you on the other side. So we're doing our run. Just had to stop for a pit stop. I had to take out my 3rd and final loaf because it was cooked. So we're going back out now. Finish off. We've done 2 warm-up laps, and now we're on to our main set, which will probably be 4. So we shall see you on the other side. Right, back home after the run. I think I did 7 laps. Mrs. C reckons I did 7 laps, but I'm sure I did 6. Mathematics was never my strong point, but it's all done. It wasn't too bad actually. After doing a hard bike session, it wasn't too bad doing the run, especially with the steep hill. I thought it'd be worse than it was. So yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. quite pleased with how that went. Temperature definitely dropped. It was double figures today. We're up in the about 12 degrees, I think. It's definitely dropped tonight. So, but anyway, it's done. Another one ticked off. Tomorrow's rest day, and we're back off over to Birmingham just to get the bike checked back out. It's its 6 weeks checkup, so we're going over there tomorrow, and maybe, depending on the weather, we might go to Calais Chase and have a bit of a wander around. So yeah, that's the plan. But rest day for me tomorrow. So yeah, thank you for watching this quite a long day. Much appreciated, and we shall see you next time. Don't forget to check out some of our podcasts. We've got one dropping tomorrow from a lady in Australia, Gemma Berry, from Brisbane, from Melbourne. Yeah, great story. Ups and downs in life as usual. Yeah, so it's worth a listen to see how the Aussie perspective is on age group racing. Yeah, quite an interesting listen. So check it out, and we shall see you on the other side. See you tomorrow. Don't forget, stay safe, keep training, and love the process.